Hey there, girlfriend. I know that if you're an entrepreneur, you're very passionate about the product or service that you sell. But do you know how to pitch the product or service? Girl, that is so key. And in this video today, I'm going to give you a step by step tutorial on exactly how to do that and get to the bottom of this so you can work it, girl. We'll see you on the other side. Hi there, my name is Ingafay, and I'm an authenticity strategist. And in today's video, we're going to talk about some of the items that you want to have in your pitch. Secondly, we're going to also discuss how to create your actual pitch. And last but definitely not least, we're going to talk to you about what you can do to practice your pitch to really perfect it. Let's do this, shall we? So, when it comes down to creating your pitch, there are a couple of things that you definitely want to have in the pitch so people will know who you are, who you serve, and how you serve them. So, I participated in a pitch competition and I was really excited about doing this because I truly wanted to perfect my pitch. And after going through that experience, I learned so much that I wanted to pass this information on to you because I know many of you are attending network events and that you are introducing yourself to people. And I want to give you a means to allow people to know exactly what you do, who you are, and who you serve. So those are three things that you want to kind of think through when you are creating your pitch are those three questions: who you are, who you serve, and how you serve them. That's first and foremost. In addition to that, you also want to share a story of kind of your journey on exactly how you've gotten to where you are. Because typically the people that we are serving are people that are where we were maybe 3 to 5 years ago, and we're trying to help them come to where we are at this point. So think about that when you're creating your pitch because people love to hear the story. They want to know that you've kind of struggled and been through the struggle that they have been through and really can relate to them. You also want to be able to give them a CTA. And a CTA, for those that don't know what that is a call to action. Basically, this would be how to contact you, whether it be something they do via text or your website, but you want to share that information as well. And then you want to be passionate about what you're saying. You want you to really resonate with the people that you're saying, that you're not just rattling off a script, that you really feel good about what you're saying and they feel your energy. So tell them about who you serve, how you serve them, and why you serve them. Give them a CTA and really be passionate about what you're saying. So I'm curious, have you taken any of this in consideration? I know when I first started creating my pitch, I hadn't thought about this either. But this is definitely something that you want to consider when it comes down to creating your pitch. So now let's talk about exactly how to create it. Typically, the pitch that we were doing was 3 minutes or less. So that's what you really want to kind of think about, how you can really hone in to exactly what you want to do so people can learn about it quickly and they can really feel your energy when you're doing it. You want to give three problems and three solutions that you typically solve with your product or with your service. That way people can really relate. Oh, I've been struggling with this. She would be able to solve this for me. You also want to be able to ask questions so people can actually think about what you're talking about. Think about what you're talking about. Is exactly what I want you to do. So I know in my pitch, I asked three questions. One of the questions are similar to what I asked when I first started this video. Girlfriend, are you passionate about the product or service that you sell, especially if you're in direct sales? That was my first question. Second question is, as I told them about what I did and why I did it, my next question is, well, what is the perfect icebreaker? Because I have a solution for the perfect icebreaker in my survey. Well, in my pitch, which happens to be a survey. Last but definitely not least, I asked them, would they want to attract their clients or attack their clients? So these are the three questions that I came up with, and I was able to then be able to give solutions to that particular problem that I was working towards because I knew that I was talking to people that were direct sellers and that wanted to expand their business using their top earner potential. So all of these things that I'm just mentioning here are in my pitch, and I made it a point to actually share that in the pitch. So when I said the pitch, people knew exactly who I was going to serve and how I was going to serve them. So before I go into actually how to practice this, and actually I'm going to do my pitch for you so you can actually hear it for yourself, I want to remind you to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I drop a video every Thursday for your viewing pleasure, and I don't want you to miss a beat. So be sure to subscribe. So one of the things you may ask is, how do you actually practice this pitch? Well, one of the things that our coaches were telling us is that your pitch needs to become you. You and your pitch need to be one. And the key to doing that, from what I learned during this competition, was that you got to have 3 to 5 points that you're going to hit. To me, I don't believe in memorizing things. I believe that if you have those 3 to 5 points, and that if you are able to talk about those 3 to 5 points, that you can just say your pitch on automatic if you practice enough to do it. Now, what would be practice enough? I can tell you that I did my pitch 3 times a day. I actually set my alarm on my cell phone that when that alarm went off, I had to say it. And I didn't just say it, I said it in front of the mirror, and I also recorded myself. That way I could hear what I was saying. And then if there was something that I messed up or didn't say quite the way I wanted to, the next time I said it, I was able to correct it immediately. So these are some of the things that I would highly recommend. If you really want to perfect it, you can do that. In addition to that, because I recorded myself, I could actually time myself to determine how much time I was actually spending on my pitch. And if I had time to put something else in, if I wanted to take something else out to make it shorter, because I was doing it so many times, I could really play with it and truly have it to be mine. So when it came time for me to do it, I could just flow. Because I tried to write things out and memorize it. But then when I got in front of the group to actually say it, I started freezing up because I couldn't remember exactly verbatim what I was saying. So learn from my mistake. Just have the 5 points that you're going to speak on and just spit it and just roll with it that way. So I wanted to share my pitch with you really quickly. Hey there, girlfriend. Are you passionate about your product or service, especially if you're in direct sales? Well, I got the perfect fit for you, because I know that you're outgoing when it comes to people that you know. I know that you love to talk about your product or service. It's just the cold outreach that you struggle with, the actual getting people through the door. Well, girl, I got the perfect icebreaker for you. You want to know what it is? It's surveys. Surveys help you feel real, they help you feel authentic, and they build genuine connection with people that want what you have and convert into sales. My name is Ingafay, but I go by Ingafay, and I'm an authenticity strategist. And I work with women with introverted tendencies that are building their own business. Now, as a fellow introvert girl, I know all the trials and tribulations that you go through. Feeling like you have to be this outgoing extrovert to be successful. Well, have no fear, Ingafay is here, and I have the perfect solution for you, which is my DIY Savvy Survey System. And with this Savvy Survey System, you will be able to create a survey in less than an hour without the learning curve and headaches that I went through to actually create it. So now that we got your lead generation thing down, girlfriend, let's talk about your top earner potential. Do you attract or attack your leads and clients? Well, girlfriend, you want to attract. And I want to help you do that through my Relationship Accelerator coaching program. And this coaching program, you can connect with me in a group or a one-on-one setting. And in this setting, I am going to teach you how to cultivate a rich environment, how to build authentic relationships, and then truly nurture to convert your community into raving fans that translates into clients. So if you want to ask your people what they want instead of assuming that you have what they need, or if you want to assist your raving fans instead of annoy them by thinking everybody's your customer, then I would love for you to contact me at 251-250-0995 or go to my website, ingafay.com. That's INGA, F as in Frank, AY.com. And if you text me, make sure you type in introvert. So I'm going to give you that number one more time, 251-250-0995, and text the word introvert. And I will see you on the other side. So that is my pitch, and that is the pitch that you can come up with too by using these tips that I just shared with you today. If you have any questions or concerns, by all means, reach out to me so we can do a fitting call to see if you would be a perfect fit for our Relationship Accelerator coaching program. I'll put that down in the link below. And girl, work on your pitch so you can really use your top earner potential to be that top earner that you were meant to be. And I will see you on the other side. And thanks for watching. Bye for now.